Hello everybody, today I thought I would tell you about one of my favourite machines, the Raymond Weir machine. That's James Galloway Weir or Charles Raymond. This machine is quite often referred to as a New England type machine. It's one of the prettiest Victorian sewing machines. First designed at the outbreak of the American Civil War, and it went right up until the late Victorian period. And the reason it was so successful is because it did an elastic chain stitch, and the elastic chain stitch allowed movement in the fabric. That was absolutely essential. If you were a beautiful young woman and you were just sewing lock stitch in cotton, had no movement in the fabric. If you sewed with this, you had an elastic chain stitch, it moved with the body, the whole dress looked better. There are 4 major adjustments on this machine, and I'm going to show you all of them today. You can tell this is a slightly later model because it's got these diagonally cut gears, and these gears are on the later models that they allow a larger surface and a smoother turning. So you can date this to about 1880. By 1890 they'd pretty much become obsolete, and this machine was sold in London at the Carlisle Street Soho shop. Now we're going to start off with this spring here. This is a leaf spring, and a lot of people don't realize it's adjustable. This screw here shouldn't be tightened right the way down. As you tighten it down, it bends the leaf spring on the pressure foot and it over pressurizes the foot. You want it about half to 1 turn backed off from full to give it a nice bit of pressure on the foot, but not too much. If it's not pulling the work through, increase it, and if it's marking the work, decrease it. The second adjustment is a pretty obvious one. This is your stitch length little dial there, and I like about a 3mm stitch, about 6 to 7 stitches per inch, and that gives you a nice stitch. And when you get it just about right, about 1/4 of a turn either way is the difference between perfect and too big and too small. Now this is the adjustable tension. Again, on the later models, this was a James Galloway Weir patent, and it allowed you to lock the little reel of thread here, which was pressurized by springs, and adjust it to a tighter or looser stitch and then lock it in position. And you want the stitch, this is just slightly too tight, but you want it about there, so you're getting a nice even stitch through the fabric, but not too tight. And the great thing is this will allow it to give. Now finally, the most important adjustment is this little critter there. As the bar comes down, as this little bar comes down, it must pinch the thread to stop it moving at exactly that point. Now if that is too far over to the left, it doesn't pinch the thread. These are very easy machines to thread up. It just comes down there and around there and straight down. Doesn't matter which way around you go that. So you go down, round, and then down to the needle. But that must pinch the thread at that point. If it's not, undo those 2 screws and move it in so it just touches just there. You can actually feel it as it gets there. It goes tight. Now, once that's adjusted, you've got all 1, 2, 3, 4 things adjusted. This is a brand new industrial 135x5 needle, and this is a genuine 1860 Weir needle. They are pretty much the same thickness, same shank, same groove, and the eye of the needle is almost in the same place. This is fractionally longer there and about 2mm longer there. So a 135x5 will work perfectly in your machine, and you just have to drop it down a bit. These machines are stunningly simple to operate, incredibly reliable, and what a beautiful sound, eh? Absolutely superb. And there we go, the little Raymond Weir machine, and I really hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you found it useful. Bye for now.